Alright, so kind of working on the wing again. I don't think I really filmed any of it, but I did raise it and move it back some. So as you can tell, I cut there and then I remade these top parts. So they're raised about 4 or 5 inches probably now, and then it's moved back a good 6 inches or so. So yeah. Then we put these end plates on for now, just because I'm been lazy. So right now, I have, I'm working on making some X braces. So I made one. So I have this one. It's a long boy. So cost effective wise, and also finding a rod this long, because I have heim joints on it. These are 10 by 32 heim joints. And then this is like basically throttle linkage tube. And I'll show you how I made this really long one out of two 16-inch ones, I believe, because I needed a 32. So then this is the plan. We'll make a mount down here on the bottom, and then it will mount up at the top. And then there will be 2 of them creating an X. So, and that will give it like rigidity side to side. I have yet to decide. I'm pretty sure I'm going to, just because I know it'll be beneficial. But yeah, I'm thinking about putting one from basically there. Well, I need to aim it at things I'm talking about. So I'm gonna aim it from basically here down to here. So we'll have to do one of those. So, but yeah. And then, so when I go to do this one, I'll use this one for an example. We're going to go ahead and put a hole through the whole thing, and then I'm not probably going to put is it in here still? Some of this. I'm gonna take some of this little round tubing, and I'm gonna weld nuts into the end of it, and then it's gonna go in between here like so, with a nut on each side. So then you just put the you'll just end up putting the bolt through the heim, through that plate, and then into the end of here. I think that'd look good, and it will be functional. So, but yeah, that's the rundown of what I'm actually doing. It's like the first time I've actually told you what the hell I'm doing, instead of being like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and then 5 minutes later, it's all done. So, but yeah, so, and then, so my solution, so as you can tell, there is a seam there. What I did, so if you don't know anything about these, they have a left thread and a right thread on each side, so that when you spin it, it'll either, they'll go apart or come out together. So, I was looking for like a bolt that had those threads on both sides, and it's kind of expensive. So, the cheapest option I found, if I could find the piece that I just had, I guess I will be back when I can find it. Alright, we're back. It was literally sitting over there. Typical. So, I have threaded rod, alright? So the threaded rod is in the normal spot, where it righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. The other side of this would have been a lefty-tighty. So what I'm doing is I am tapping it now to a righty-tighty instead of a lefty-tighty. So now this will be righty-tighty on both sides. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread this threaded rod into the one I just tapped. And I'm going to put some, like, some hobby grade super glue. And then just put that on the threads and put that together. Really, this stuff shouldn't be too much of, I shouldn't be adjusting it much, so it should be fine. Or it will be fine. I'm not worried about it. So, basically, this should do the job. And the threaded rod is about 3 inches, so there'll be about 1.5 inches into each side, so that's pretty good. But yeah, so that's the gist. Let me get back to doing this. Oof, we got ourselves a nice little puddle in here for sure. It's coming from it's coming out of the back wall and then the side wall. The side wall's been what's doing it, but because we're really getting some rain, it's coming out this back wall just because the dirt and shit is higher and because of like snow buildup and all that stuff. So yeah, sick. One day I'll put some drains in here, but yeah, figured to share this excitement. Had to put the fiero up on the lift so that way I can squeegee all this out. So time to squeegee this out for like second time tonight. All right, so got the front clip off, sitting out there in the rain, real sad like, but it do look good though. Oh yeah, that's what she's gonna look like when she got clear on her. But so I have this piece of aluminum square tubing. We're gonna go ahead and yeet some bolts through here, through the plywood, and then so it'll be sandwiched. And then I'm gonna cut a slit, and then I have some aluminum flat stock that is gonna go into the slit, and I got some D-rings that are gonna go right into there. So hopefully that'll make it a little bit more rigid. At least that's the dream. We might see if I end up cutting it, and then to get it to try and go more forward, so that way we have a little bit more support right here. So, but yeah, so let's get to it. All right, so I got this O'Shea handle put in. And then I got the micro squirt mounted back up on here. Since obviously we had to replace it with the new one. And I'm going to work on, I have another one of these gauges. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and wire that in. I'm contemplating whether I want to move this up here. I'll 3D print a new gauge bezel, and I'll have 3 of these bad boys up here or something. So, but yeah, we'll figure out what I end up doing. So right now, pulling dash, which is super simple. Literally 4 bolts there, bolt there, dash comes out. So let's get this dash out. All right, so I got them wired in. Well, this one's in the house right now. It's actually right here, but I'm working on 3D printing new gauge bezels. So we'll put one here and then we'll have another one down here. Yeah. Unfortunately, one of them, so I got this one updated, but I wasn't able to get the other one updated, so gotta wait for the company to get back to me. So I'm done with it in there for right now. I'm gonna move my focuses out here. I drilled and tapped this the other night. I still need to make mounts that are gonna go, pretty much they're gonna bolt in right here, and then this will attach to them. So I still need to make those. But for right now, I'm gonna pull this off and prep this, and then powder coat it and put it back on, then pull that side off, do the same thing. So let's do that. All right, so we took it from that to that. Much better. I also made the brackets for this, and holy crap, I'm glad I did it. Like, I was worried that it'd be like really busy, but I think it blends in pretty well. And it does look pretty cool. It kind of flows with this angle, so I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, so this is the finished product, powder coated. It's just jet black. And I just rattle canned this bit here. Big sad, because you know this is the the purdy stuff here, but, you know, sacrifices were made. So, yeah, it's just threaded, or it's just tapped into here, and then it's just threaded in. And then we have same thing over here. Every time. Diesel, or the heater always takes on. But yeah, now, like, if you pull, I can straight up pull the whole car from right here, and it doesn't even budge. So, it does have a little bit of play downward. I mean, in theory, if I really, really wanted to get rid of that, I could do a rod from here to here. That would completely eliminate any movement anywheres in this. But yeah, so essentially this one is pulling back, and then these ones are side to side. But yeah, so obviously I'll have to pull this one off. I got to grind down all this stuff, fill any low spots with weld again, grind it again, bevel all these edges, and then powder coat it, paint that. So same thing I did over there, over here again. But I'm done for the day. So yeah, just a long weekend of not very much, just a lot of little stuff. So, but progress was made. So doesn't really look like it on the interior, but you know. But yeah, all right, that's all I got. Let me show you my Magic Rag Instant Carbon. Alright, so I'm gonna just kind of go over what everything I did, just because I kind of didn't wrap it up too well. We'll start up here in the front. So I went ahead and did some reinforcements right here, so that way now I basically don't need splitter rods. Alright, so I can like straight up walk across the front of this thing. So I'd say it's pretty good. Don't need no splitter rods now, which is good. Keeps it look nice and clean. And then, so you're just seeing me wipe this thing down. So obviously you can tell it's really nice and dull now. So I went through with the sander and sanded down, so that way it's all real nice and smooth. And then, I mean, I still got some spots that I got to do. So you can see, like right here, those are low spots where it's shiny. So yeah, so that's what all that was. And then in here we got the, come on, I know it's cold. This steering wheel does not like it when it's cold. There we go. So now we got two of these perfect tuning gauges. This one I'm going to use for like coolant. I'll use this one for coolant, intake air temp, map, intake air temp. So I have a pre and an after intake air temps. So there's one right here, and then there is one right here. So I guess technically, I don't know why I did that. I mean, this is right after the intercooler. I think this is supposed to be on the other side. Maybe I flipped it. I don't know. What was I thinking? I don't know. Well, I mean, that one gets heat soaked. So this is like more accurate. So that one will get heat soaked. I don't know. I don't know what I do sometimes. So, yeah. And then this one is just going to basically be for my RPM. I set up some of the alerts on here just so that way it'll act like a shift light of sorts. So, but yeah. Just got to get the dash put back in, which is simple enough. All right. And then the wing. The wing has turned out sick. I'm really happy with it now. Obviously, end plates still need to happen because I don't want this energy crap on the end, and it looks stupid anyhow because like these are the holes that it wants, so it'd be like angled really weird. So, but yeah, so let me get it off the director's cut, and we'll go in more depth. All right, so there she is. We're back at it. So I made these mounts because I don't think I showed those, which just basically go up to here. Eventually, I'll powder coat them, and then, like I was saying, like this stuff is I can literally push and pull the wing from here, and it does not move. And side to side, she's nice and rigid. So, yeah. Then taillight video will eventually be out. Oh yeah, and then I also, maybe on the last video I showed, I don't know. I don't think I filmed any of it. So I finally welded up all of the bash bar. The exhaust is bolted in real good. I welded on the caps of the ends. They're trimmed up, so yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, okay, I think that's the gist of everything that happened in this video. So you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one.